Welcome to Chemistry Sea World.
Hi friends, welcome to Chemistry Sea World. So today we are going to be discuss that electron affinity from the periodic properties. Okay, so before going to the video, so please subscribe the channel and like the videos, share the videos and comment in the comment section. If you have any doubts, please post the questions in the comment section and I'll answer that questions. And okay, today we are going to be discuss that electron affinity. So electron affinity, it is going to be have here. First of all, we are going to be definition here. What is meant by electron affinity? What is meant by electron affinity? The amount of energy is going to be released. The amount of energy is going to be released when an electron is added to outermost cell. So we should add one electron to the outermost cell. So when we are going to be added electron to the outermost cell, at the time, so there is a liberation of heat energy. There is amount of energy is going to be released. So when we are going to be added the electron to the isolated gaseous atom, so that we can call it as electron affinity. Okay, so generally, so when we are going to be add an electron to the atom, so it is become that uni-negative atom. Okay, when we are going to be add that electron, one electron to the atom, so that become that uni-negative ion. So the first, when we are going to be added the first electron to the outermost cell, that we can call it as first ionization energy. So generally electron affinity, first electron affinity EA1 we can call it as. So generally EA1 is going to be have the negative value because there is a liberation, that's why EA1 values is going to be have that negative. Okay, so when we are going to be added one electron to the isolated gaseous neutral atom, so there will be amount of energy is going to be released. So that's why EA1 first electron affinity values will become that negative in nature. So when we are going to be adding that electron to the when we are going to be added to the electron to the atom, that become that uni-negative atom. For this, if you are going to be add one more electron for uni-negative atom, so that will become more difficult. Because electron pair repulsions. So there will be more electron repulsions. So that's why it is going to be cause. So the electron affinity values become the positive. So there will be a change in the enthalpies. That's why we can call it as electron enthalpy. We also known as electron enthalpy. Also we can call it as. So delta EZ. So electron gain enthalpy we can call them as. So here when we are going to be add one more electron to the uni-negative atom, it become that A-2. So when we are going to be see that EA2 value, the second electron affinity values will become the positive. If you are going to be added one more electron to the dinegative atom, so it is also too difficult. So when we are going to be add one more electron, so it is also become that positive values. So if you are going to be compare here, the EA1 value is exorhisic nature, and EA2 and EA3 will become that endorhisic in nature. Okay, now have you got it? This Why become EA1 become EA2 and EA3 are becoming the positive values? Because there is a electron repulsions while we are going to be adding the electron into the outermost shell. So that's why the outermost electron not ready to accept the electron. That's why it is more having more repulses in between the electrons. That's why we are going to be we are required the electron when we are going to be add electron, we require the energy. So that's why here we are going to be get positive values here. So but generally EA1 values are exothermic. They are there is a liberation of energies or not. There is liberation of energies. Okay. So this is about electron affinity. Once again I am going to be define here the electron affinity. So when the electron affinity is nothing but what we can say that, so the amount of energy is going to be released. The amount of energy is going to be released when an electron is going to be added isolated outermost shell of isolated gaseous neutral atom. Okay. So this is about electron affinity. Yes. So what are the factors is going to be affecting the what you can call electron affinity? Let me move on to the factors are going to be affecting the electron affinity. Sorry, I forgot to tell here. If you are going to be compare these values EA1, EA2, EA3, EA, so we have that EA3 is going to be greater than that of EA2 is going to be greater than that of EA1. So electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity is having the three values more greater than that of remaining all the things. Okay, right? So this is about electron affinity definitions and exothermic reactions, endothermic reactions also we are going to be learned here, right? So let me move on to the factors now. Right, factors affecting the electron affinity. In that first one is atomic size. Atomic size. What is mean by atomic size? We already know that. So the distance between the from nucleus to outermost cell we can call them as atomic size. What will happen if it is atomic size is going to be increases or if it is atomic size is going to be decreases? See that if atomic size is going to be increases, so there will be a there is a more distance between the nucleus to outermost cell. If atomic size increases, so there is no nuclear attraction on the valence electron. So when we are going to be adding electron also, so there is no attraction between the adding electron. So when we are going to be increase the atomic size, electron affinity is going to be what happened? It is going to be decreases. If atomic size is going to be decreases, so when it is going to be having small in size, so there is more attraction between the nuclear charge and outermost electron. So then adding electron is also ready to attract by the nucleus. That's why when it is going to be have the atomic size is very small, then electron affinity is going to be increases. So atomic size and electron affinity, if you are going to be compare, atomic size is going to be inversely proportional to what you can call electron affinity. Okay, na? Electron affinity. Okay, right. So nuclear charge. What do you mean by nuclear charge? Generally, the nuclear charge is going to be act on the outermost electron. So generally, nuclear charge is going to be attracted the electrons towards itself. So nuclear charge is going to be increases. That means more nuclear charge is going to be increases. The electron is going to be pulling towards the electron. That means the electron, when what we are going to be adding electron also is going to be ready to pull towards the nucleus. Then what happened? When we are going to be increases in the nuclear charge, automatically then what happened? Electron affinity is also going to be increases. Electron affinity is also going to be increases. When we are going to be decreasing the nuclear charge, electron affinity is also going to be decreases. So if you are going to be compare the relationship between the nuclear charge and electron affinity, it is directly proportional to electron affinity. Nuclear charge is directly proportional to electron affinity. Okay, have you understood this? Okay, right. Let me move on to another topic. Right, next factor is electronic configuration. what is going to be, what is changes will take, how it is going to be affect the electron affinity. Let me go with that. Right, generally we have that stable configuration, unstable configurations. So what do you mean by stable configuration? The stable configuration is nothing but the element which are going to be have the outermost electron. In the outermost electron there is 8 electrons, then we can set to be that astable. So generally the stable, the outermost electron which are having 8 electrons, they are not ready to accept the electrons. So actually they are already the stable in nature, they are heavy stable in nature. Due to that they have little tendency or no tendency accepting the electrons. That's why electron affinity values will become positive. Electron affinity value will become positive. So generally which are going to be stable in nature? So generally 8th A group elements, 8th A group elements are going to be stable in nature. That's why for this group we are going to be taken that what you can call EA values will become that positive. Like that second A group also, second A group, so it is going to be have that second A group also going to be have a stable configuration, because it is going to be end with S2, NS2. Second A general configuration is NS2. So here the orbital become that fulfilled. So there is no vacant orbital, there is no vacant orbital here. So that's why it is become fulfilled. So here also we are going to be get positive values. Why? Because it is somewhat stable in nature. Okay, right. Next one is nitrogen electron affinity value. If you are going to be taking the nitrogen electron affinity value having that positive, because nitrogen, when we are going to be taken the nitrogen electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So here in the p orbital there will be a 3 electrons with half filled. They are having that 3 electrons in the there are p orbital, so that will be half filled. So that's why they are not ready to take the electron, because they are somewhat stable in nature here. So that's why nitrogen electron affinity value is also become that positive in nature, positive in nature. So this is about electron affinity. So electron affinity, how it is going to be affected by the electronic configuration. Okay, so let me move on to next. Right, if you are going to be see that variation of electron affinity in the groups. So if you are going to be see here, groups generally we are having the top to bottom, right? Top to bottom. So top to bottom, atomic size is going to be increases, nuclear charge is going to be decreases, then electron affinity what will happen? Will going to be decreases. Actually it is going to be decreases, but there is this little complication. Let me going to be explained here. So for example, I'll take here 4th A group elements. They are having that carbon, silicon, germanium. Okay, like this we are going to be have. Okay, na carbon, silicon, germanium. Okay, na strontium, bismuth. So like this will be there, strontium and bismuth. Right. So carbon, silicon, germanium, strontium, bismuth. Okay. If you are going to be taken here, actually carbon has more electron affinity value when compared to silicon. But if you are going to be see here, silicon is going to be more than that of carbon, because so due to smaller in size the carbon, so there is more repulsions, there is more attraction towards the what we can call, so they are having more attraction towards the nucleus. That's why electron is ready to add it to the outermost shell. So when compared to here, if you see that carbon having in that second shell is outermost shell, but silicon going to be see that silicon having that third one is going to be outermost shell, 1, 2, 3. But what happened here, distance become that more when compared to carbon to silicon. If you are going to be consider, there is only 2 cells present, here 3 cells are going to be present. So if you are going to be compared here, electron is going to be attracted by the nucleus. Okay, now when compared to carbon, carbon is going to be carbon having nucleus, a smaller nuclear charge is more and smaller atomic size. Okay, now so then what happened? Electron is going to be attracted towards the nucleus very much. So that's why electronegativity value is going to be less when compared to silicon. So that's why you in the third period, what are the elements is present in that? So like silicon, aluminum, silicon, okay, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, these are all having that higher values when compared to second period elements which are in the groups. So that's why we are going to be write like this. So silicon is greater than that of carbon is greater than that of, after that germanium is greater than that of, stibbium is greater than that of bismuth. So this is about fourth year group. What about the fifth year group elements? If you are going to be see that fifth year group element, so there what are the fifth year group elements? So nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, okay, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic. So then we have like that nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic. Then what is there? Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic. Sorry, here stibbium, bismuth will be there. Here tin and lead will be there. Sorry, tin and lead will be there. I forgot that. So here if you are going to be see that silicon, carbon, germanium, tin and lead. If you are going to be see that nitrogen, phosphorus is greater than that of, okay, phosphorus is greater than that of, nitrogen is greater than that of, arsenic is greater than that of, okay, then stibbium, bismuth. Stibbium, bismuth. If you are going to be taking that oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. So if you are going to be taken this one, so sulfur is greater than oxygen, then selenium, then tellurium, then polonium. So if you are going to be taken that seventh group element, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. So then we have chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine, then astatine. So like this is going to be having the trend. So we know that the way second in the group, the second element which is belongs to third period having that more electron affinity. So we already discussed that, right? So this is having trend in the groups. So how the various electron affinity in the groups, okay, na? Right. Right. Next one, variation of electron affinity in the periods. Periods is nothing but, generally periods is nothing but left to right we are going to be taken. So from left to right we are going to be observed that atomic size is going to be decreases and shielding effect is going to be increases, and if you are going to be see that nuclear charge is also going to be increases. Shielding effect, what happened, is going to be decreases, nuclear charge is going to be decreases, okay na? So here what happened, electron affinity is also going to be increases. So we know that already nuclear charge is directly proportional to electron affinity, no? So that's why electron affinity is also going to be increases from left to right. So electron affinity in the periods generally from left to right is going to be increases, okay na? Right. All of you, I think so today you are going to be enjoy this video. I hope that you are going to be understood. If you have any doubts, if you want any clarification still more, so please comment in the comment section, and please do subscribe my channel and like the videos, share the videos and comment in the comment section. So if you are going to be encourage me like this, so I'll give more and more information about regarding chemistry classes. So especially for foundation students it is very helpful for, I think so who are studying in the generally Narayana corporate and Narayana Sri Chaitanya corporate system. and generally that is very useful. So it is for foundation I'm going to be explaining very clearly, I think so. So it is useful in the, even intermediate classes also, no problem. So I'll explain for intermediate level again, like a problematic and all. So we'll go with that also. So I hope that you are going to be enjoy this video. Please do subscribe my channel. Thank you one and all. Right.